What's good, y'all? So I'm not even gonna hold y'all. For the past couple of weeks, I've been like really craving solitude. I've been craving like even more so than normal to just be by myself. I even tried to record a few times this week or last week, whatever you want to call it, and the words just weren't coming out. They were all here. I could see it, especially when I'm talking to myself when I'm driving around at work. It's like they all come out, but when it's time to record, I get messed up. And that's usually a sign before we get into the main subject matter. That's usually a sign for me that I need to take some time to myself. That's usually a sign for me that says, hey, maybe the stuff that you're saying to yourself is meant just for you and not for the world. Some stuff is just for my personal journey. Some of the stuff I can share with y'all. And even the same story, the same thing that was just for me at this time, later on down the line might be for y'all later. But like I said, we're all traveling our own journeys, you know. But nevertheless, I'm back today with a very simple concept for manifestation. All right? Treat what you have now the way you plan on treating the thing that you're trying to manifest. Easy example, right? Let's just say you have a red punch buggy. You have a red punch buggy. And, it's nothing wrong with it. Maybe it might even be a lemon. It might even be an old car. It might even have some issues. What you need to start doing is if you're trying to manifest something, like let's just say, for example, let's just take it to the extreme. You're trying to manifest that red Lamborghini, right? So you're trying to upgrade from the red punch buggy to the red Lamborghini. You're trying to upgrade from the 200, 300 square foot studio apartment to a mansion. All right, let's just, for extreme purposes. All right, so let's go back to the punch buggy. What you need to start doing is treating that punch buggy the same way that you would treat the Lambo. Treat your apartment, your studio apartment, your rinky-dink house, the same way you're going to treat that mansion, the skyrise, the beachfront property, that ranch, that ocean, the beachfront property. I'm not sure if I said that already. That mountain hill house that you want. You see what I'm saying? It's like treat it the same way, because you need to remember what you send out is what you receive. So when you are scrubbing down that punch buggy, see it in your mind, you wiping down the Lambo. You understand? This is what you do. This is a very good example of ignoring physical reality, because this physical reality is the slow part. This is the last part. This is just the materialization of your thoughts already. That's already here. You're trying to create new things to bring into your life, for them to crystallize into your life. So when you're wiping down that punch buggy, you wipe down that Lambo in your mind. If you got the studio apartment, even just look at like treat certain sections of your apartment differently. This is going to be my game room in my mansion. This is going to be my hangout section. This is going to be my meditation area, and treat them all like that. Like when you walk into a certain area of your floor, just like really make it that new room in your mansion, in your castle, if you will. You understand? Because the more that you live in that place, the more that you have that car, that's what you are bringing into your life. The more attention that you give something is more energy that you're giving something. Where attention goes, energy goes, and you are fueling that thing in the ethers, in the fourth and fifth dimensions, and higher, whatever. But let's just say fourth and fifth for the sake of simplicity. It's like you're contacting something up there or in here, wherever direction you like to go with it, and you are bringing it into reality because you are feeding it energy. You're feeding it the energy that like the big old cook in the cosmos is doing for you. He's cooking it up, he's stirring it, but he needs energy to stir this big old pot, and then eventually he'll just open it from the bottom, boom, and it'll just drain out into your life. You understand? And I had a very nice, like kind of like surreal moment just now, which is what's inspiring this video. So my goal for today was to super clean my apartment, right? It was to super clean my apartment. I mean, like I'm getting under stuff. I took all the padding out of my couch and like washed the covers on it. I'm not sure what the right word is, but nevertheless, like I washed this thing, washed my pillows, washed my room clothes, laundry, sweep, mop, taking stuff out of the cupboard to wash it off some more. Like I went in today, and it felt amazing. I've literally been cleaning since 9 o'clock this morning. All right, it's currently 9 o'clock p.m. So like I think I stopped cleaning around 7 o'clock ish, and I just sat down, played the game, and all that type of stuff. But one of the things I didn't do was like I didn't observe my work until just now or a few minutes ago. I went to go get some water, right? So from my little lab right here, I went out there to get some water. Now, One of the things I love to do when I super clean is like I like to set up the mood, the ambiance of whatever it is I'm trying to do. You know, I kind of subconsciously already do the things that I'm telling you about. You know, one of the things in my actual bedroom where all the magic happens, all my magic is happening in the fourth and fifth dimensions. I'm on some monk mode stuff right now, but nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? I have like these 2 salt crystal lamps, and they're in the shapes of pyramids. So I have 2 of these pyramids, and in the middle, that used to be where my altar was, and it still kind of is, but instead of like the altar setup, I kind of have a crystal grid there now. I saw it in another video. I was like, yo, that's actually kind of cool. I want to do that. So that's just what I did there. And like when I looked at it, it just gave me what I'm going for in my own room. It's like I wanted to make it feel like a king's chamber. You understand? That's the energy that I go to sleep in every night. So when I go to bed, I feel like a king. My room looks like a king's chamber for the most part, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the energy I get from it, and it makes me feel good. So I saw that in the corner of my eye. I was like, yo, that looks nice. I feel that. I like that. But then as I turned, and I saw how open my space was, how clean, how nice it smelled. You know, like it's like this weird little moment where like it like snapped into my mind, like, yo, this is what my skyrise apartment's gonna feel like. My skyrise condo, this is what it's gonna feel like. Okay. And then the way I could just look out that door, I could just see, like I was like kind of stuck, but I was just in my mind just looking and observing everything. I was like, yo, this feels right. This feels right. Because I'm treating my space the same way that I will my condo, the thing that I'm trying to manifest. So what am I doing now? Treating this apartment the same way I'm going to do this luxury skyrise apartment or condo, whatever I end up getting, you know? It's like, that's what you have to do. All right. You can't sit here and be like, oh, I don't care about this car anymore because, you know, whatever. Why don't you use that as a tool? Abundance mindset. Use everything as a tool in your life. Everything is a tool. Even the broken down things can be something. There's YouTube channels where they fix old rusty tools and machines and stuff. They use broken things to create something amazing. So use your broken down car, use your ugly house, your disgusting apartment, and be like, you know what, this is motivation. And I know this place I think is ugly now, but you know what, this is actually my beautiful ranch style house. This is my beautiful mansion. This is my freaking castle. This is my beachfront property. This is my house on the hillside. You see what I'm saying? And treat it as such. All right. Even if you're in a really tiny space, even if you're living in your own room of your mama's house or something like that, use each corner, use each area, use a chair, even a pillow. Look, every time you see this pillow, imagine it made of silk or something. Make it something embroidered. It has like a custom design on it that says, yo, this is something that implies that this is where you want to be with the thing you're trying to manifest. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is a tool here. It's just something, it's just like, you know how they say take baby steps, you gotta walk before you can run? Use these things now. Right now you're walking. All right? So walk and then pick it up the pace, pick up the pace, pick up the pace, then boom. Watch what happens when you live in this energy. Watch what happens when you turn your little room into one room in your mansion, in your mind, or whatever place that you're trying to live in. You understand? That's something that people really need to understand. You know, us people, and I'm going to go off on a little side note here. What you need to understand is everything about manifestation, everything about this spiritual game are things that you already know. But you've gone through this whole life in the educational system. You've gone through this whole life not being around people that know this type of information, that you just don't think it exists. So you never really want to go look for it, or you just don't know that it exists to even pursue it more. People like me and other spiritual content creators out here, you don't need us. You don't need us. You have all the power within you. It's very important that you get in touch with yourself. You know, I'm just an outer experience of you. I'm just a reflection of you. I'm the version of you that knows manifestation stuff. Now, apply what I'm saying to you. Put it in your mind and start practicing it yourself. Instead of looking to me to give you all the answers that you're looking for, not just me, but other content creators, you know, learn a little bit. Okay, he told me this. Okay, I'm just going to put that in here. I'm going to try it out. Okay, well, if I need to get to the next level, though, maybe I ask the question. You understand? Because like I said, it's going to get easier and easier and easier. Last thing. There's 2 different schools of thought when it comes to manifestation. I'm always going to talk about these. There's some people that will never speak about what they're trying to manifest in their lives ever. You know, they just keep it in. And they say, until it manifests, I'll talk about it when it's manifested. I'll talk about it when I have it in my hands. Then I'll talk about it, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And then on the other end, there's nothing wrong with the other side. The side that I kind of embody is I like to speak things into existence. You know, for example, when I was first learning about manifestation, when I was first learning about reprogramming the subconscious mind, there's like the Four Seasons Hotel. You know, the Four Seasons Hotel also has like properties that you can live in there that you can buy. You know, you can live in the Four Seasons, right? And that was my first luxurious type of thought. That was my first luxurious idea that I could deem as possible, right? So I actually went, you know, me in my current job, you know, making, you know, enough, you know, it was like I went to the Four Seasons. I walked on in, went up to the desk, and I was like, hey, how are you doing? How can I get some contact information to speak to someone about purchasing one of the luxury apartments that's up there? And the lady looked at me crazy. She was like, you plan on buying one of these or whatever? I was like, yeah, someday I plan on doing it. And she's like, oh, snap. Okay, hold on. Like, you know, it's like, it kind of like flustered because she's not used to that's not one of those questions you expect. Someone to just walk in and say, hey, I plan on buying one of these. How do I get that going? Mind you, I had less money than I do now. You understand? And I walked in there and said, hey, I plan on buying one of these. And like the pure shock, but the kind of intrigue that I saw in the lady's face, this is when I still had low self-esteem, but even I was able to notice it. When I was just able to say, yeah, I'm going to buy one of these one day. I'm going to be here. You know, it's like, it's one of those things that you have to be able to walk in that energy now. You understand? And I did it. I got the card right here. Let me see if I can block out her name and stuff. It's going to be backwards, but I got the card, the Four Seasons card. You know, I got contact information. However, through my own little research, you know, I've really stepped into the state of luxury. I really stepped into the state of abundance, of wealth. And I look at some of these $2 million, $3 million apartments. I'm like, that's not worth $2 million. That's not $3 million. And what you don't know, especially in Denver, the Four Seasons is like right in front of this big old office building or something. So you're going to pay all this money to be up on the 10th, 12th floor or whatever, and your whole view is blocked by a big old building. I'm sorry, but like, I'm not paying all this money to look at a building, look at an office building. No, thank you. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens when you step into wealth. You know, that's what happens when you step into abundance. Even something that's super expensive that people would kill for. You look at it like, but I feel like there's something better that suits me out there. And I'm going to keep on going. But I do keep this card on me. I do keep this card on me to remember. And say, yo, you were brave enough back then. Now you feel like a god. Go do what you want to do, pimp. That's just what I tell myself all the time. So I want y'all to have that same energy. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest is 100% possible. What you need to also understand is your initial, the first thing that you try to manifest, like I'm trying to manifest the mansion. By the time you actually adopt that mindset, you're probably gonna be like, man, I could do something so much more with my money. Because wealth and abundance will make you think differently than just like, it would be so nice if I could live in that mansion. You'd be like, man, I can afford that mansion, but why do I need all that? Why do I want to make that drive to get the stuff? Why do I want to be so isolated from people? Or why am I so close to people when I could get this over here? You know what I'm saying? When your mindset changes, the way you look at the things that you once idolized changes. You understand? So I hope that helped y'all. You know, I finally felt a little bit of inspiration to make a video for y'all, and it came out amazing. It felt good recording this video. It felt like I'm back a little bit, even though I only took a week off. But still, nevertheless, it's good to have that feeling. You know, so good luck with y'all's manifestations. If y'all have any questions about manifestation, visualization, walking as if, entering the state of the wish fulfilled, Neville Goddard, Walter Lanyon, Dr. Joseph Murphy, feel free to let me know. I got you. To the next one.